What's up everybody, I'm just going to make a tutorial on how to fix your Arduino bootloader. This is specific to the Arduino Uno, though it will work for other Arduinos. I'm going to be making this one for the Arduino Uno. In order to fix your Arduino Uno bootloader, you'll need two Arduinos. I'm using two Unos right now. One will act as the programmer, which I'll use is this one, and one will act as the dead Uno. Now, if you ever turn on your Arduino and the LED that has the L next to it is just continuously flashing and it's not running the compiled code, chances are your bootloader is shot. So you'll just have to upload a new one. Arduino did issue a recall so you could send in your Uno and then just get another one back in the mail, but we want to do ours by ourselves. It's actually not that hard. Arduino has a tutorial online on how to do it, but since I haven't found any videos on how to make one, I decided to make one. So to start off, we'll just connect both of them together. For now, let's connect pin 13 to pin 13 on both Arduinos. Pin 12 to pin 12. And pin 11 to pin 11. There we go. Now on the programmer, we're going to connect pin 10 to the reset pin on the broken Arduino. And then now simply we're just going to connect the 5 volts on the first one to the 5 volts on the second one, same with ground. Doesn't matter which colors you use. Okay. And now since we have an Arduino Uno, we would have to connect a 10 microfarad capacitor between the reset pin on the programmer and the ground pin on the programmer. Now I don't have that capacitor with me right now, and in fact I've already fixed this Arduino, but I'm just going to show you how to do it without actually doing it. So you can find the schematics online on how to set this up. But basically it's 13 to 13, it's 12 to 12, 11 to 11, and then 10 to reset, 5 volts to 5 volts, ground to the ground, and then you would hook up your capacitor, 10 microfarads, reset to ground. Okay? Okay. Now in case you guys were wondering why we connect the capacitor on the Uno, it's because when we power the Uno up and the AVR connects to the serial port, the DTR signal is asserted, which has a side effect of triggering an auto reset. So in order to avoid that auto reset, so the Arduino doesn't start talking to the bootloader, we add the capacitor between the reset and ground. It absorbs the reset pulse and allows the AVR to establish proper connection with the ArduinoISP, so we can actually flash a new bootloader. Coming over to the software side, what we'll have to do is load up Arduino. Make sure you have the latest version of Arduino installed. I believe 1.0.5 is the latest. I will be using 1.0.4, but that's okay. The reason why we're using the latest version of Arduino is because the latest version will have the latest bootloader as well for your Arduino, and we want that. Okay. From here, select File, go to your examples. Every single Arduino software should have an example as Arduino as ISP, because we will be burning Arduino as an AVR ISP. Here we are. From here, plug in your programming Arduino to the computer, select the right port, yada yada. Make sure your programmer under Tools is selected as Arduino as ISP in System Programmer. That is important for later. But for now, make sure your board is Arduino and you have the correct serial ports. Whoops. And, oh yes. Make sure your delay function is set to 20. Where is it? I can just edit this, Rob.
Remember, John, you're talking to the audience, not yourself.
Who says that? There we go. 20. Because I believe older Arduino versions have it set to 40. If that's the case, just change it to 20. So from here, just upload it to your programmer. All done with that. Now, we should also have this selected as Arduino. We're going to be writing the bootloader to the broken Arduino. Our broken Arduino is an Arduino Uno. The port is the programmer's port, but because we wired it up to the Arduino Uno that's broken, it should not matter the port. Just leave it as the programmer. This will come in handy. Arduino has ISP. That is the type of bootloader we are going to be flashing. And from here, burn bootloader. That should take a little bit, and when it finishes, you should have a fixed bootloader. If that's the case, you should test out your Arduino. Try running the blink LED function on the broken one, see if it works. Unplug it, plug it back in, and see if it remembered the code. If it did, you have done this successfully. Thank you for watching. Remember to rate and subscribe.